Hello and welcome back again to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you've seen and if you want to see more. Coming up, results and scorers from the first preliminary final in the NRL Grand Final Series. But the rest of the episode is basically Toulouse Olympique base, with ins, outs, and a heartfelt letter to the rest of Super League. We start today by talking about Toulouse Olympique, who have made an announcement on their retained list and their departure list over the last few days, with a few players leaving the club. We'll go through the departure list first, as there was 5 named from Toulouse, and TO wish them well in their future endeavours. 6 players so far confirmed as leaving the club are Corey Norman, Matty Russell, Justin Sangare, Roman Navarre, Tony Gigot, and Maxime Puech, who all leave the Toulouse squad. Roman Navarre is the first that we'll talk about, as the former Wigan Warriors forward, the next Super League champion with the Cherry and Whites back in 2018, is amongst them and is widely expected to return to Catalans, where he made his Super League debut after a time in the Elite One Championship and with MLH Amstead Stags. He won't be the only former Wigan player that will be going with him, as Matty Russell is on the way out and in the search of Super League rugby after his second consecutive relegation year. Russell has played for Leeds, Toronto, Warrington, where he played in a Challenge Cup final, Wigan, and Hull FC on loan as one of the most explosive runners around. Unsurprisingly, halfback Corey Norman is also on the list. He was a massive part of Toulouse's mid-season form, but his lengthy ban at the end of the campaign all but ended their survival hopes. Whether he will return home in 2023 will remain to be seen. Will remain to be seen. That's the words we're looking for. One player we know that is staying in Super League from Toulouse is Justin Sangare, as he is going to be a Leeds Rhino for the next couple of seasons, joining Rowan Smith's revolution at the club. Another player who's out the door, unfortunately, is 2008 Lance Trophy winner with Catalans and former Wakefield fullback and current French international Tony Gigot, who will also be on the move, meaning Toulouse are now without their entire spine, which masterminded their promotion with Jonathan Ford and Mark Corella playing their trade at Featherstone now. One that surprises the club is Maxime Puech. They call him the Pillar, and in every sense of the word he is. Pilier in French is forward, what they use as a forward position name in French. Toulouse, he's been with Toulouse for 8 seasons at the club, and he has been announced the day before the recent spate of releases. He will be leaving the Olympian squad. He passed through the training centre before joining the first team in 2014. The native of Tarn has contributed to highlights that have marked the mark of a winner with the Toulouse in the last 10 years. He's a double cup championship winner in France on his arrival through the junior Toulousian group in 2013 and 2014. He's also won the title of Elite One champions in France as well in 2015, and has played at every level for Toulouse during their reintegration into the Rugby Football League since 2016, and their rise through the English Championships to the Championship and then eventually Super League in 2021. That was their first season with the club at the highest level. It is a shame for a player like Puech, who I'd like to call a Toulouse original, an Olympic original, because of his dedication and service with Toulouse throughout the entire divisions. The players come and go, but he's seen them all up to this point. Now he will have to look for, if he wants to, rugby league employment elsewhere, and hopefully he can get sorted somewhere. He's only 28 and could do a job for quite a few teams. Toulouse did some really nice rugby league during the season, but it wasn't good enough to be a Super League side in 2023, which is unfortunate because I feel that a broader horizon for rugby league will mean that the sport grows massively. But Toulouse proved that they're classy off the field as well, as they released a statement. Well, wish you one, and we will be back. Message to the entire rugby league. Here is that statement, and it reads, "Dear Super League, well, what a ride. Although the season didn't finish as we expected it to do, definitely not like we wanted to, we will take with us so many learnings and valuable experiences. We are not going to lie, we're not particularly fond of the 3-day trips, the delayed planes, the long waits at airports, the late arrivals, the cost of 27 trips, the 3 games in 8-day schedule, the hail in lovely Northern England, the coronavirus regulations. But the show, the thrills, the challenge, the suspense, the stadium atmosphere, and the standard of facilities, the clubs, the friends, the support felt from the English fans, it's obvious that we love you. And we want to see you again very soon." The season did not really start the best it could have, and the plan we built to secure our spot in Super League had to be completely changed. We are not feeling any remorse, maybe some regrets with regards to a few games we feel we should have won and were close to. No, we feel grateful for the amount of support we have received, whether it was at home through the fans, the volunteers, the partners and the friends who attended the games, or away, for the warm welcomes and the many tokens of affection and support we received. So yes, we have had a lot of fun and we want to be a part of you again, dear Super League, and bring out even more of our French touch to keep you growing. You can count on us to be even more combative, determined, relentless, motivated, hooked, spectacular, and overall just happy to see you again. A massive heartfelt thank you, and à bientôt. We will be back. From Toulouse Olympique 13. I know enough GCSE French that à bientôt at the end meant see you later. So the championship will be on notice that Toulouse are going to battle because they've had a taste of something fantastic and they want to taste it again, like all good clubs should be. I hope they get back. My own personal preference, grow the sport. On the plus side for Toulouse, they have signed 2 more of their squad from 2022 on new deals for next season and beyond. First of all, we have to acknowledge that we've already covered Harrison Hansen in a previous episode to go around one more time for Toulouse, but now Oliasho Bott and Eloi Pelissier have both signed new deals for 2023. First of all, diminutive French international hooker Eloi Pelissier has signed a 2-year deal with Toulouse, which has another option for a 3rd year. The 31-year-old made the switch to Toulouse in 2021 from London Broncos, and he has featured in 18 games and scored 10 tries during their history-making season, winning promotion to the Super League. During their inaugural season in the top flight, Pelissier made 19 appearances, scoring 3 tries, 2 of which against Warrington at the end of the season. Olympics club president Bernard Sarrazin said a player like Eloi is essential in the group. His determination, his experience and his fighting spirit can only help us get back into the Super League next season. Toulouse featured in the French Elite 1 competition with Saint-Estevan before making his Super League debut with Catalans in 2011 against St Helens. He established himself as a regular in the side, enjoying a 7-year stint before joining Lee Centurions in 2017. He went on to feature for both Les Eagles Sangalairs and London Broncos, the latter across 3 seasons. The hooker made his full international debut with France in 2011, featuring in both the 2013 and 2017 World Cups. He will be hoping to represent his nation in a 3rd tournament later this year in England. A total of 248 rugby league games in his career, with 48 tries as well as 2 drop goals, sees him a very experienced player during his rugby league domestic side. Also, he has 17 caps to his name with France, as well as 3 tries. Fullback Oluwaseun Bott has signed a new deal that will see him stay with the relegated Super League side until at least the end of the 2026 season. The 24-year-old scored 7 tries in 24 appearances for Toulouse since arriving from Huddersfield earlier that year. Oluwaseun Bott said, "I'm really happy to stay in Toulouse for the next 4 years. I will be giving everything for my teammates and I will hope to help the club back in its place in the Super League. I want to thank the whole TOXIII for giving me a chance to extend my experience in France." Mr. Sarrazin came back again and said, "Obviously, we've all been amazed with Oliver's level this year, and I'm convinced he's going to improve further. I'm very happy and grateful that he has taken part in our project. We are counting on him to become a leader on and off the pitch." The 5'9" fullback was born and raised in Widnes. He came through the ranks at his hometown club, making 15 appearances between the years of 2018 and 2019. Ahead of the 2020 season, Oluwaseun Bott signed for the London Broncos, who were a full-time squad at the time. However, he only made 1 appearance in the capital before the season was cancelled due to the COVID pandemic. He joined Salford on loan for a short period as the Super League was still being played. Oluwaseun Bott linked up with Huddersfield in 2021, making 10 appearances for the Giants, and he had a short stint on loan with Wakefield during that season. He has gone on to find his feet at Toulouse. He's impressed in the Super League during what was a tough season for Toulouse, who suffered relegation back to the Championship, and will be looking to kick on for 2023. We finish off the episode by going to the preliminary finals, as the NRL has only got 2 weeks to go, this week being the semi-finals, as we look at 2 games over the next 2 days. The first game that we're going to look at is the North Queensland Cowboys versus the Parramatta Eels, which kicked off today, and we have all the results and scorers for you, while Saturday has the Penrith Panthers facing off against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. So tomorrow's game being between the Panthers and the Rabbitohs, it will be the second game of the finals, but Penrith had the week off last week, and will be going into the Rabbitohs game fresh and refreshed from their excursions against Parramatta Eels. The Eels, however, faced the Cowboys, who came into the finals picture after they beat Cronulla in Game 1, and then had the week off, so that they are able to go against these teams. It's now 13 years on since their last preliminary finals appearance. The Eels now head north to face a Cowboys side out to continue their fairy tale run in 2022. This has seen them jump from 15th place last year, and now onto 1 win away from the grand final. North Queensland will be playing a finals match at Queensland's Country Bank Stadium for the first time since it opened in 2020, and should be refreshed from the week off they earned by beating the Sharks by golden point back in finals week 1. Parramatta, meanwhile, reignited their 36 years hope of ending a premiership drought, finally coming up with the performance to demolish the Raiders 40 points to 4 in a one-sided semi-final at CommBank Stadium. They are looking to make it through to the decider for the first time since 2009. In their only prior meeting this season, the Cowboys ran out 35 points to 4 winners over the Eels in what was a Parramatta home game in Darwin. The sold-out signs came out early at Townsville for this game, so who have both sides named in their squads? Well, just looking at the starting lineups, the Cowboys have no significant injury concerns, and having the luxury of sitting out finals week 2, North Queensland have named the same 17 who got the job done in the opening week of the player finals against the Sharks. There were no changes to the side in the 24-hour team update, with Jermaine Tanoa-Brown and Jake Granville retaining their squad as reserves. For the Eels, a change on the bench with Bryson Cartwright recalled for his first game in a month, taking over from Makahesi Makatoa, who is now the 18th man. Tom Opacic, who is on the way to Hull KR, has been ruled out, with Bailey Simonson named in the centre's position as his replacement. He could swap with Waka Blake on game day, however, with the former Raider more accustomed to the wing, it's more than likely that Simonson would play. And it was the Eels that went through to the grand final after they beat the Cowboys 24 points to 20. Things got off to a good start for the Eels, with Will Penasini going over on the 6th minute before Ruben Cotter equalised on the 11th. At 6-all, it was time for a sin binning, with Jason Tamalolo going to the bin for a shoulder charge on Isaiah Papali'i. It was late, it was in the face, and he went and sat down for 10 minutes. Papali'i was forced off the pitch for his HIA assessment. There was only one try after this for the Eels to take advantage for the 10 minutes, after Regan Campbell-Gillard went over on the 18th minute. When Tamalolo returned, Luciano Leilua got over the try line on the 25th minute. Half-time scoreline at 12-all meant that it was all to play for in that second half. Murray Tuilagi got the first try of the half on the 52nd minute for the Cowboys, but Regan Campbell-Gillard got his second before Maker Sivo scored the last try of the game. Before Murray Tuilagi scored the first try of the half, Valentine Holmes kicked 2 penalties, but it wasn't enough to send the Cowboys through, as Mitchell Moses kicked 4 from 4, and the difference was a try. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. Tell me what your thoughts are of today's episode in the comment section below. There's a lot to unpack and it's all Toulouse based. The comment section is open. Please comment. Tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think Toulouse will make it back in 2024 to Super League? It'll be tough, but they're willing to put in the money and the effort to try and get there. Good work to them. Anyway, tell me what your thoughts are of the Eels overcoming the Cowboys and who they will face in the grand final next week. It's going to be a fun one. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. I'll end the episode as I normally do. I wish you all the best, so please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.